everyone, welcome to ECDC Majlis Arts and Science College, Pramanur. I am Nusrat, Assistant Professor, Postgraduate Department of English. Today's my presentation is meant for 4th semester BA BSc students of Calicut University. The paper name is Spectrum, Literature and Contemporary Issues. This paper comprises of 4 modules. Before going to the topic, let me show some pictures. What do you understand from these pictures? Every working people face a lot of hardships and tensions while they work. Then see the next pictures. These are the job seekers. They are waiting in a long line for getting a job. How do you feel about these people? Have you ever faced the same situation in your life? Even though you may not be doing any work, you can understand the feelings of these people. Then come to the topic. Here I am going to present a poem named What Work Is, written by Philip Levine. After watching this video, the learner will be able to understand the thoughts and emotions contained in the poem and also will understand the literary devices used in the poem. First of all, let's have a discussion on the life and works of the poet Philip Levine. Philip Levine was an American poet. He was born on 10th January 1928 as the son of Russian Jewish immigrants. He was brought up and raised in the industrial city Detroit, where he began to work in the factories at the very young age of 14. He worked at a series of industrial jobs before he began teaching literature and creative writing at California State University, Fresno. Most of his poems were autobiographical in nature, focusing on ordinary working class people who struggled against poverty. So the contemporary critics call him a working class poet. Then let's know his works. Some of his notable works are: first one is On the Edge. It was published in 1963. Another one is Not This Pig, published in 1968. They Feed They Lion, published in 1972. 1933, published in 1974. The Names of the Lost in 1976. 7 Years from Somewhere in 1979. Ashes, Poems New and Old in 1979. A Walk with Tom Jefferson in 1988. What Work Is in 1991. The Simple Truth in 1994. The Mercy in 2004. News of the Word, published in 2009. Next, we can go through his awards and recognitions. He won the National Book Awards for Poetry twice. In 1980, he won this award for his work Ashes, Poems New and Old. Then, in 1991, he got it for What Work Is. Then he won the Pulitzer Prize for the Simple Truth in 1995. Then he served on the board of Chancellors of the Academy of American Poets from 2000 to 2006. He was appointed as the Poet Laureate of America from 2011 to 2012. Then let me introduce the poem What Work Is. The poem What Work Is an autobiographical poem which reflects the miseries the poet had undergone while he worked in the factories. It speaks about loneliness, helplessness, poverty and desperations of the workers. Through this poem, the poet addresses the terrible conditions of the workers. The famous critic Herbert Leibowitz commented on Levine's poetry that Levine has written again and again in his poems to the lives of factory workers trapped by poverty and drudgery of the assembly line, which breaks the body and scars the spirit. Through his lines, he exposes loneliness, helplessness, and the desperations of the workers. Then we can go through the poem. Firstly, we have the opening lines 1 to 11. Before going to the explanation, let me recite these lines. We stand in the rain in a long line waiting at Ford Highland Park for work. You know what work is? If you are old enough to read this, you know what work is, although you may not do it. Forget you. This is about waiting, shifting from one foot to another, feeling the light rain falling like mist into your hair, blurring your vision until you think you see your own brother ahead of you, maybe 10 places. Look at the first line of the poem. The poem opens with the first person plural we. It shows the unity and solidarity of the workers. These workers are waiting in a long line outside a Ford Motor factory, Ford Highland Park. Then the poet says that if the readers are old enough to read this poem, they would know the meaning of the work, even though they may not be doing any work. Here, the poet addresses the readers directly with you. Then the poet talks about the nature of waiting that these workers have to do. The long line and waiting in it for long hours is symbolic of the hard nature of their work. As they wait, it rains and they still continue to wait despite the rain. It blurs their vision and they become unable to distinguish people from each other. Here, the rain is a symbol for the hardships which they face. As the rain blurs their vision, he thinks that it's his own brother standing in the line 10 places ahead of him. Then we have the lines 12 to 22. You rub your glasses with your fingers, and of course, it's someone else's brother. Narrower across the shoulders than yours, but with the same sad slouch, the grin that does not hide the stubbornness, the sad refusal to give in to rain, to the hours of wasted waiting, to the knowledge that somewhere ahead a man is waiting, who will say, no, we are not hiring today, for any reason he wants. You love your brother. Through these lines, the poet says that he rubs his glass with his fingers and then realizes that he was mistaken. The man standing 10 places ahead of him was somebody else's brother. But the poet finds that they had something in common. They had a sad slouch, a grin that showed stubbornness, sad refusal to give up. The first phrase, sad slouch, shows their posture, tired and drooping because of the long wait. The next phrase, a grin that shows stubbornness, shows that they are strong and stubborn, that enable them to overcome all difficulties which they face. The third phrase, sad refusal to give in to rain, shows their determination to get a job regardless of the hardships. Here, all the workers are standing in line and fighting against the miseries of their life. Then the poet talks about a man who is waiting at the gate to reject them, saying, no, we are not hiring today. This reference shows that the conflict between upper class and lower class. Then look at the lines 23 to 29. Now suddenly you can hardly stand the love flooding you for your brother, who is not beside you or behind or ahead, because he is home trying to sleep off a miserable night shift at Cadillac, so he can get up before noon to study his German. Through these lines, the poet remembers his brother with love. His brother is not there with him. He is at home sleeping after a tiresome night shift at his work. He works night shift at Cadillac. It's an automobile company, so that he can make money to afford his education. He gets some sleep during the day and at noon. Then he wakes up to study German. Then we have the lines 30 to 39. Works 8 hours at night so he can sing Wagner, the opera you hate most, the worst music ever invented. How long has it been since you told him you loved him? Held his wide shoulders, opened your eyes wide and said those words, and maybe kissed his cheek. You have never done something so simple, so obvious, not because you are too young or too dumb, not because you are jealous or even mean or incapable of crying in the presence of another man. No, just because you don't know what work is. Here the speaker explains his brother's hard works. He works so hard in order to earn enough money to support his education. His brother learns German. He wants to pursue his passion, Wagner's opera. In the concluding lines, the poet says he does not kiss or show love to his brother, not because he is too young or jealous or incapable of crying in front of another man. The you in the last line, because you do not know what work is, refers to the upper class people in general who are unsympathetic and inconsiderable towards these workers. The last line makes us feel the speaker's pain and helplessness. Then let's know the literary devices used in this poem. First one is simile. Simile is the comparison between two things using the word like or as. In the 8th line, rainfall is compared to mist. The line is rain falling like mist. Another one is rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are sentences in the form of questions that do not require an answer. It used in the line 33. How long has it been since you told him you loved him? Another one is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds. We can see it in the line 15. Same sad slouch. Then free verse. The poem does not have any rhyme or meter. It is indefinite and does not have any pattern, just like the nature of work for the working class. The last one is symbolism. Here, rain symbolizes hardships and difficulties the workers have to face and overcome in order to get a job. Hope you could understand the poem. That's all for the day. Thank you.